Hello everyone. So today we're going to do some parallel perpendicular lines. So what you need to know is that, and you're probably going to want to write this down. Parallel lines have the same slope. So it will be like, 8 and 8, 1 over 5 and 1 over 5. Those could both be negative. Okay, but they're the exact same. Okay, not positive 8 and negative 8. Okay, either both negative 8s, both positive 8s, or a fraction. Same thing, both got to be positive, both got to be negative. Perpendicular lines, okay, are opposite reciprocals. I probably butchered that. So it's going to be opposite, again, reciprocals. Think of it as opposite and flipped. Okay, so reciprocals means it's flipped. Yes, I spelt that wrong. So for perpendicular lines, we're going to have, like, say, 1/6 and opposite. So now it's negative 6 over 1 or negative 6. So let's say you had negative 10. Okay. And now it goes to positive 1 over 10. Okay. So they're different signs. One's positive, one's negative, and they're flipped from each other. They're reciprocals. So like 1 over 6 becomes 6 over 1. A whole number becomes 1 over that whole number, and then the sign changes. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to list, and if it's neither, then it's, it doesn't follow either of those rules. So now what we're going to do here for page 1 is on our paper, right, in our notebook, number it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 1 through 10. You have to determine if these two slopes are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. I'll do 3 of them with you. Okay, so if you get these ones wrong, I know you didn't watch the video. And again, you can type it on the computer here, like if you want to edit it and put your answer in the answer box, that's fine. One of the few lessons you don't have to show work. Okay, so let's look at number 1. Number 1, I have 12 and I have 12. These are exactly the same, so these are going to be parallel. Okay, now let's look at number 3. Actually, better yet, let's look at number 4. So number 4, we have 3 over 4 and negative 3 over 4. Now, these are opposite, and then 3 over 4 is the same as 3 over 4. They're not parallel because one's positive and one's negative, and they're not perpendicular because this one is not flipped. If this was negative 4 over 3, that would be perpendicular. But because it's not, number 4 is neither. Okay. And let's see. Let's take one last look here. Let's take a look at number 7. Negative 2 over 3, positive 3 over 2. One's negative, one's positive, and they are flipped. That makes them perpendicular. Okay, so you got to do the other ones. Just fill in the words. Okay, moving on. Next page. Now again, here, I'm just going to label it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And up at the top, if you want to put like a column A and a column B, which represents, this column and this column, if that keeps you organized, that's fine. Each question's got 2 answers to it. So for number 1, we have the slope of the line is 3. The slope of any parallel line is going to be the same. That means that this column and this column should be exactly the same. If you get that wrong, that means you didn't watch the video. Okay. The next column, the perpendicular lines. So remember, it's going to be from our parallel or the original slope, which are the same. It's opposite. So we're going from positive to negative, and we're going to flip it. So 3 becomes 1 over 3. All right, let me do number 2. So number 2 is negative 8. So even if you want to put parallel up here and perpendicular up here, that's probably a better idea. Okay, instead of A and B, right? Parallel, perpendicular, make a nice column. Okay, or fill it in on here. All right, so number 2. So parallel, right? Negative 8, it's parallel, it's the same thing. Perpendicular, it goes from negative to positive, and 8 flips to 1 over 8. So that's going to be positive 1 over 8. And I'll do one more with you. Let's do a fraction here. Let's do 6 over 11, so number 6. So number 6, parallel, it's going to stay 6 over 11. And the perpendicular is going to be opposite, so it goes from positive to negative, and it flips to negative 11 over 6. Right, that's it for that page. Again, remember, you got to fill in the rest. And the final page is multiple choice. Okay, so we're going to have, right, number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9, number 10. Okay, we're going to fill it in A, B, or C. You want to determine if the lines are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. So you should be looking at the slopes. Okay, remember the slope is the number or fraction that is in front of x. Okay, here, remember there's nothing here. So number 9 is 1 and 1. And then we have number 10. 9 and 10, I'm going to do for you. 9 and 10 are a little confusing. 6, 7, and 8 are yours to do. One of them's parallel, one of them's perpendicular, one of them is neither, in whatever order. Okay, you have 1, 1, and 1. For 9 and 10, well, for number 9, okay, my slope, I'm gonna break the rules here. I'm gonna do it on here. So my slope is 1 for the first one. My slope is negative 1 for the second one. But watch what happens. 1 is the same as 1 over 1. And negative 1 is the same thing as negative 1 over 1. Opposite and flipped. Opposite and flipped. These are actually perpendicular. So number 9 is B. 10 kind of works the same way. X equals 6 is a vertical line that goes straight up and down. Y equals negative 3 is a horizontal line that goes straight left and right. These lines are perpendicular because they meet and they form all right angles. That's what perpendicular means. So these lines are, in fact, C, perpendicular. Okay. All right. So you guys got the rest. Remember, this is the one assignment that you don't have to show work.